Well, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Ranchsteaders channel. We've got some stuff to take care of this morning before it gets too hot. So it's a good morning for some odd jobs. Job number one, getting caught up on horse manure. Not such an easy job to do with this setup. Let's check on the horse's water. Not too bad, just cleaned it yesterday. Job number two, I've got some very thirsty trees I have got to water. This is the trouble with planting trees, that you have to water them. Oh.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of my weed crop this year? I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I'm not quite sure why I'm keeping those alive. When you live in a desert, if you want to keep something green, you have to water it a lot. I mean, do you know how many gallons of water it takes to green up this alfalfa field behind me? Because I don't. I'd really like to know, actually. But I'm guessing a lot. That's not our field, by the way. We're not big time like that. That's our neighbors. Okay, odd job number three, shade cloth on the greenhouse. It's so organized in here, it should be really easy to find. Hey, hey! It's a garden explosion. Raina is a little disappointed about her garden. It happens every year. Garden disappointment. There's a lot that is doing really well. It is not our top priority, and so that's just the way it is. Some squash out here in this row. Grow a great sunflower. Okay, but check out those artichokes. I grew up in Central Coast, California, and that's basically like the artichoke capital of the world. So I couldn't believe living here we could grow artichokes in our high desert environment. Okay, I'm circling the greenhouse. I am looking for wiggle wire. I think I just found it. There we go. I just need to get this over the top.
We're all the way on the ground over here.
Okay.
Blasting.
Ready?
Ready?
Nice. So we use wiggle wire to attach not only the plastic to the greenhouse, but the shade cloth. I feel like we almost just get the sides in good. I'm gonna start putting this one in. There we go. Kind of hard to get it started. Why are you looking on that side, babe? Okay.
See the second one.
You okay? No.
It's pretty pinned down.
Yeah, I'd say. Okay, this is getting to be a problem. Goats. Making trouble. They come into the barn and make a mess. For one, they poop everywhere. And they eat the hay. They jump on the hay and poop on the hay. And they do stuff like this. That's a really loose bale at the bottom of a big stack, which, as you might guess, is not ideal. So that'll be job number 4. Lock him up. So it's no surprise where these goats are getting out. They basically have an open invitation here. They just slip on through right there. You know, for a while they were getting out and actually doing some good, eating weeds and keeping our alleyway over here. They were keeping that really trimmed down. So it's not all bad, them being out, but this new thing they're doing by going into the barn and making a mess in there, that's gotta stop. So we're putting an end to it right now. Well, this calls for a trip to the junkyard. I think anyone with property can relate to this, having a spot where you put stuff. I call it the junkyard, but it's really not. There it is. Got a big stock tank. Nice little stash of railroad ties. There's all of our rolls of wire fencing. Got a lot of that. Just gonna scrap wood here. Random poles and 2x6s. Some stakes. So I bet we can find something here. All right, got my little fixer. So I'm just gonna stick it right there in that gap, and hopefully it just fills the space, and I'll maybe throw a screw in or something to keep it from falling over. Well, I found some stuff in the barn. Could not find a long screw, but I did find this beautiful nail and some wire. It's pretty light gauge, but it's just what I found really quick. I think it'll be strong enough for the goats though. I think it's important not to overthink things on the ranch, homestead, farm, whichever. Sometimes you just have to get the job done fast. Sometimes that fast job lasts years. Sometimes it doesn't. Then you learn what does work. I'm an overthinker, but I'm learning. You shall not pass. They're a little bummed out, I think. Sorry, guys. Time has come. It's okay. So the bottom down here is completely wedged. So if they try to push the bottom, they won't get anywhere. I'm gonna try to pound this big nail in at an angle like this. Nothing's holding the top in, really. Job number 5 is not really an odd job, I guess, but it feels like an odd job because we do it so infrequently. Mowing! Chickens love lawn clippings. So if you have chickens and you have a lawn, give your clippings to your chickens because it keeps them occupied for a day. Also, they make the lawn clippings disappear. Magic. Hey, you got yourself a couple eggs there?
Yeah.
Another thing chickens really like is their pen to be watered down. If they're in like a dry area like we have them right here, they like to pick through the water, and it cools things down a little bit too in the summertime. Down? Surprise job number 6, cleaning the chicken coop.
I did that job in like my nice clothes, and they are perfectly clean.
Well, it's the end of the day. I just want to go check and see how the goats are doing. What's up, goats? How's life on the inside? Well, it's working. I'll admit, it's not probably the best thing I could have came up with. Some other options that could have been better. Just using some more of this wire, this horse fencing that I have. I could have cut a small section, put that across here. I build fine furniture and custom cabinets. That's what I do. And I also manage this 30-acre property. They're kind of two conflicting things in a way, but I've learned how to separate them. I work in a shop, and I like things actually to be built to a high standard that I have. On the property, I just have to do an adequate job. So basically, there's a time and a place for doing something the optimal, best way you can do it, and just slapping something together, getting a job done. And that's what I did today. And I think it's gonna work. Sorry, guys. I'm sure they'll find somewhere else to escape. For those of you who have tuned in to this video, thank you for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, buddy! Nice hat, Mahoney!
Like a style. Again.
Yeah.